Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
I take off before the feds get the dough. I take off.
Just a week after Faison Love and other people called Adam 22 out for disrespecting San Diego's rap scene, Wack 100 was set up one of the most diabolical interviews that he could possibly done after the Moose Man situation. Now, Wack 100 would invite Mitchy Slick up to No Jumper. Now, if you don't know who Mitchy Slick is not only a street figure in San Diego, but he's also one of the iconic dudes from back in the day in the local hip-hop scene. Now, with that being said, Adam would last week try to explain the situation scenario of what he was saying about San Diego.
So I was
they wasn't feeling that.
I was podding with Sean Cotton, and really, if you ask me, what I said was like nothing. Sean Cotton said that he was staying in San Diego, and then I said something like, yeah, it's like not that much of a music city out there, right? Like you probably ain't gonna find a new rapper out there. To me, really not offensive in any way.
You said it in a different tone.
I can actually pull it up because it's on Mitchy Slick's Instagram, but
maybe a little weirdo, but
yeah, a little weirdo, like probably one of the more.
Three, man, he be doing his thing out there in San Diego.
Yeah, all right, let's stop it right there. Let's stop it right there. I don't know about the new music scene nowhere because I'm not really into the music how I used to be when I was younger. And just a few years ago when I was really checking out everything that's dropped. It's so many artists coming out, so much music coming out on all these platforms. You can't keep up with all this stuff no more. But one thing for sure, two things for certain. San Diego, you cannot lead them out this Southern California hip hop scene, this rap scene. My first time hearing any artist, and I'm older, I'm up in age. My first time hearing a San Diego artist was J.O. Felony. And he had a song, I think it was Take a Ride. And was it the Locust Zone? It was the Locust on his own. And I think it was Take a Ride. It was two songs. And then on the opposite side of the tape, it was BG Knockout and Drayster. They had a song called, what was the name of them songs, man, back then, man? I don't remember. But I know for a fact, J.O. Felony was on that song. It was Outburst Def Jam. And I had that tape. I don't know how I came across the tape, but I remember me and my homeboy was riding in the G-Ride. If y'all know what a G-Ride is, we was in the G-Ride listening to that tape. And I was like, man, this dude right here, hard. I kept on playing that the Locust on his own. Mom's is tripping. She got a block on the phone and that Take a Ride. So the first artist I heard was J.O. Felony. Then I heard Mitchy Slick when I went to the pen. You know, being around San Diego dudes and Ironwood, we had exchanged tapes back then. I don't think they might have had the CDs, but we had tapes. We had exchanged tapes, and I came across Mitchy Slick. And when I heard Mitchy Slick, that clack, 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 when I heard him, I was like, oh yeah, this is hard right here. I didn't even care about him being a damo. He had flow. I don't know Mitchy Slick. I know J.O. Felony. I probably talked to Mitchy Slick a few times on Instagram, do the DM. But other than that, man, San Diego, definitely, you can't lead them out the hip hop scene, man, for sure.
Shouts to CAJ Gang Yava. Shouts to Lil Weirdo. Shouts to
all right, let's peep this.
G-Fay.
Let's peep what I actually said in context.
Sorry I'm late, too. I was in San Diego, the best city in Cali.
What the hell are you doing out there?
Just family.
Okay. Not really like a music city.
Not really, but it's just...
You're not going to find an artist to sign out there.
Man, you done lost your mind. You lost your mind, man. You tripping.
Be honest with you. I mean, maybe. Sorry. Little Weirdo, you fire, but, you know.
Oh, you from San Diego?
Yeah.
You got... Well, you know, they act...
Wow. Honestly, just seeing it now is like... The fact that the whole city was offended by that, like, bro, San Diego, reality check. It's been all these decades. You do not have room to act like I'm tripping for what I said in that clip at all.
But hold on. Saying that, you coming out the up and coming saying that. You're not going to really find nobody to sign out there?
Yeah.
That's coming out the up and comings, bro. What are you talking about?
Well,
maybe you just ain't heard of them yet.
Okay, but...
Right. Maybe you haven't heard of the up and coming rappers, but that's what he's not talking about the old school rappers. He talking about as far as the new rappers. He haven't heard of the new rappers yet.
We haven't seen anybody really like come up musically out of San Diego and
then you got San Diego legends out there though.
So, yeah,
but who's the biggest artist out of San Diego?
But again, I didn't say anything about the legends.
What
What I said does not reflect on the legends in any way.
All right, so he cleared that up. It doesn't. He ain't talking about the legends. We kind of figured that, but J.O. Felling to me is one of the artists out of San Diego that have been on all type of stuff. Snoop Dogg, E40. What was that song? I Could Give It To You, but what you gonna do with it? That was a big album. I was in Juvenile Hall when that came out. That song came out every time the staff cut the radio on. That's all you heard. I Could Give It To You. I'm too sexy for my hood. You know what I'm saying? So J.O. Felony probably one of the biggest artists that broke out with mainstream success. Mitchy Slick, another one. It's a whole lot that I'm not naming. It's plenty more of San Diego artists, man.
What I said was you're probably not going to find an artist to sign out there because at this time, there's nobody really popping off out of San Diego like that. And I even shouted out Lil Weirdo to acknowledge that there are like some artists coming out of there. But bro, the fact that they found it within their heart to be offended by this, San Diego, most delusional city in California, and it's not even close.
Now, as Adam attempted or acted like he was going to explain what he said and it wasn't that bad, he still ended up being disrespectful in the end, calling San Diego the most delusional city in California. Now, while some people may feel like that wasn't a shot at the city, I believe not only do I believe that, but Mitchy Slick thought that as well. Now, Wack didn't blindside Adam with his interview. He actually let Adam know that he could bring Mitchy Slick up on a podcast, and Adam actually said this was someone he thought he wanted to interview. So, soon as the interview started, Wack set the tone immediately.
Yeah, you lucky, man. You lucky. I was gonna come in here and get some practice. You know what I'm saying on you today. Yeah. No, you've been on some verbal shit. But you know, you take advantage of shit.
He does.
Like what? You know, you gotta. From the beginning, Adam kind of really didn't with me way back.
I know.
Right, and then I did
Mitchy Slick ain't doing no joking, no laughing. He got the serious face on. He's a real one. He's a real one for show. And it don't look like he came to play. He got to somebody got to represent San Diego.
With me. I used to call him by my artist, he wasn't with me. So over time, over years, him, his wife, his daughter, his pops, Adam know that Wack ain't gonna go that far with me. He knows that the respect and the brotherhood is genuine.
He played on it last week.
He played on it.
You played on it.
Instagram going crazy.
Right.
Dago was on. I said, what the did I do to Dago? And I'm like combing through it. I'm like, what the? I tell my exposed, I said, yo, why? They said, yo, Adam went on there and said this. So they sent me the clip. So I addressed it because I understand that pocket. I understand Dago. I've been rocking with him for a long time. People don't know about that inner workings of it, so I had to bring one of the voices, prominent voices, I feel, of Dago.
Living legend.
Mitchy Slick.
Come on, living legend.
You know, sitting right across.
Right across.
And this is why we sit like this.
You got to stand up.
Because I ain't guy. Wasn't me. It was the white guy.
It was the white guy.
Mitchy Slick isn't to the point where he wants to do anything physically to Adam because I don't believe he would be there for that. But you can tell clearly he has a lot to get off his mind about not only what Adam said, but he also wants to represent his city, San Diego. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if you're a good reader of body language, you can see that Mitchy Slick is sitting there listening to Wack open this conversation up, and he's really ready to let off his frustration on Adam. Now,
from how I look at it, you can tell Mitchy Slick don't even want to be there. He don't want to be there. I can look at him and tell he don't want to be there. But at the same time, when you one of them guys that's carrying the city on your back and been doing it for years, a legend out of San Diego, you ain't got to do it, but you probably feel like it's my responsibility. Let me go up here and set the record straight. Let me get right in his face, looking right in his eyes, and let him know, man, like, listen, man, you ain't gonna disrespect the city like that. We don't care about the rappers, but when you say we the most delusional city in California, even though it's really not big, but he have to say something. Somebody got to say something.
I'm I'm not saying that he wants to do anything physical to Adam, but you can tell by the look in his demeanor that he's not there to BS and play around, laugh, and giggle about this situation. And, you know, he wasn't the only person that had an issue with what Adam said. I mean, there was other San Diego podcasters as well who also spoke out about this. Now, this was just the beginning of the podcast.
Okay, the exact quote of what I said to Sean Cotton, and actually, honestly, like when we were having that conversation was at the very beginning of the podcast where I didn't even really think about the fact that we were being recorded, but he said, sorry, I'm late. I'm coming from San Diego. And I said, yeah, you know, San Diego's not so much of a music city these days. I was like, you're probably not going to find an artist to sign down there. But then immediately I shouted out Lil Weirdo, who I believe is coming on at some point in the near future too. So
where Lil Weirdo from?
San Diego.
From San Diego?
Yeah, the Mexican from out there. But honestly, like, I've had the same conversation about a lot of other places in recent memory too. Like, I lived in New York for 6 or 7 years. I love New York. Culturally, almost no city, or really no city in like America is as important to hip hop as New York, because that's where I came from. So, but we've had that conversation where it's like a couple years ago, we were interviewing all kinds of drill rappers from New York. Nowadays, that scene has kind of just fallen apart, which largely because, you know, people got locked up and killed and everything like that. But for sure, it's not just a San Diego thing. Because even out of LA, if you wanted to pick out like the top,
bro, it's 10 hoods, bro.
But pick the top 10 rappers out of LA in the last 5 years.
It's like hoods in LA that ain't never had a rapper, homie.
That's a fact.
It's 100 hoods in LA that ain't never had a rapper.
That's a fact.
So then why we ain't saying slick shit about them though?
No, that's a fact. That's real.
You know, I've actually learned over the course of years of doing content.
Yeah, it's only a few. Matter of fact, it is. But for a long time, you had a few LA rap. Ice-T, one of the originals. We had South Central Cartel. Who else we had? We talking about before the Nipseys and all them dudes, man. We ain't talking about the new rappers. We talking about the old back in the days. You had a few. Then the mainly groups was out of Compton, Long Beach, Pomona. You know, you got a few rappers that come from these cities that put on, but every hood in LA, you had Corrupt, Corrupt out of South Central. You had a few rappers, but not every hood has a rapper out their hood. Now you starting to get it in today's time. But back then, every hood didn't have no rappers from their hood.
On the internet, that you can't please everyone. And sometimes things that you can say where you just feel like, hey, listen, I'm just voicing my opinion, can piss people off to this.
CJ Mack. Oh, man, we had some. Yeah, I can't forget about CJ Mack. Dub C. Man, where I'm at, man. Come on, man. For sure.
That you would have no idea of if you wouldn't come in contact with them. Now, in this situation, in this scenario, Adam is connected to people who are connected to people in San Diego, you know, so it was able to get back to him how people was feeling, and really they were able to sit down and have this conversation. Now, again, there's a lot of rappers and even content creators all over the country, in every city, small or big, in the United States. And for the most part, every city has their own local hip-hop scene, but just like San Diego, even where I'm from, you know, there hasn't been too many big artists. I want to say, like, right now, Trippy and, you know, a few other people may be the only artists that even have any recognition outside of the city, but that doesn't mean that there isn't a, you know, hip-hop scene where I'm at. It's just that they have no reach. There's no market here. There's no industry where we are. And it seems like San Diego is in that same predicament, but Adam's tone to San Diego came off disrespectful, and Mitchy Slick had no problem letting Adam know how he felt. Now, at the same time, we have this situation with Wack 100 and Moose Man still going on. And even if you thought...
All right, let me see. Is it any more thing I don't want to see? Well, matter of fact, let me play it out. I didn't really want to see too much of that because we covered that, but let's go ahead and let it play out.
That, listen, it's over with. Wack said what he said. Adam said what he said. They're both back potting together. They must have let bygones be bygones. You would be dead wrong to assume that. And Wack wasted no time beelining from the whole entire San Diego situation to actually speaking about his current state with Moose Man, as well as he would bring up Brick Baby, Munchie B, and other people for the remainder of.
So did Mitchy Slick get on Adam 22, or was that all he said right there about the local rappers? Was that all he said? Let's see if he got any more things to say.
The podcast. I mean, Mitchy Slick sat there basically in silence for the most part for the rest of the podcast, while Wack attempted to actually or rehash the Moose Man content.
Now I got a bone to pick with you.
Oh shit, here we go.
Let's do it, and then I'm gonna put some shit on your ass.
We're gonna rewind.
Oh shit.
Out of respect to you, I had the conversation. I heard you say Wack was scared to sit down with Moose because of the conversation. But when I had the conversation with him and asked him what his issues was, everything he was talking about was some YouTube shit that he was unaware of the inner workings of. He didn't really have, like, I thought he really had
him to like really try to say what he wanted to say to you. It left a little bit to be desired.
Yeah, he didn't really have much to say.
Bro, and to say, stop shitting on him.
I'm not shitting on him.
No, Adam, like I thought, listen,
Weasel boy.
Listen, Adam, I thought that he really like has some real like
Little Weasel.
Like on some, I thought he has some, bro, his whole shit was people that know Jumper. Maybe you know, I said, let me see what the fuck he got on his mind. Everything the dude mentioned, I said, bro, do you not know how long I was up here before Munchie B came through them doors? Mm-hmm. Munchie B wasn't here. That was already going on for some clubhouse shit. He didn't really have no real questions. I thought he was gonna ask me some real shit.
He didn't have no backing. I'm just calling.
So
don't do that. I'm being honest.
You know,
he didn't have nothing to really stand on.
I don't want to hear about no Moose, man. That stuff is old wooden player. What's going on? Let's get further to the end.
Right. Nigga, when you say
they still talking about this. Let me see.
Hear that Wack don't want to let the Moose Man situation.
All right, we done with it. I'm done with it. I just wanted to see what was, going to transpire between Mitchy Slick and Adam 22. They might got something over there. Y'all go over there to No Jumper and catch up on that video that's on the Adam and Wack show. Also go to subscribe to the Ruler Report, man. Let's go over there to his channel so y'all gonna know what we talking about. I like to give props to a lot of these channels. A lot of dudes be using the content. Don't want to give your props to your channel. I'm gonna start striking your ass. You use anything of mine and don't get my props like I do all these dudes. I the one who got a lot of these channels going, man. A lot of these up and coming YouTubers, man, go over there and subscribe to their channel. Let me show you the channel. I'll blow their channel up so y'all can see it, man. So everybody can see their channel. Give them their props. That's what I do. But y'all don't be giving no props, man. It's all a reaction game. Yeah, we all use each other's content, but give props to the people who stuff you using. I don't care if I don't like you, if I like you or not. I'm going to still tell them, go over there and subscribe, man. Go over there and check out the rest. And right now, y'all go subscribe to my new YouTube channel, Compton Rick Rock Body Cam. Link is in the description. Leave y'all thoughts in the comment section. What do y'all think about San Diego and all they contributed to the hip hop scene? The legends. If y'all know any more legends, put them in the comment section. Put me up on game so I can go pull their music up on YouTube, give it a listen and support it, man. Let's get it cracking, man. Let's support one another. I catch all of y'all on the next one. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Compton Rick Rock TV. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop.